Hello, and welcome back to another guided video. In this project, you are a school database administrator updating a faculty database. First, review the existing tables and features. Then, modify a table and query to better fit the school's needs. Finally, add a new table and link it to an existing one using the lookup wizard. Let's begin by downloading the start file. Okay. Once that's done, you just need to locate it. And then before you open it, you need to go to Properties, select Unblock, apply and OK, double click, and then enable content. Um, so that takes care of step uh, one. For step two, we already done that by enable the content. And then they want us to go ahead and close the faculty list form. It's already open. You do that by just clicking the X button. For step four, they want us to explore the navigation pane and database objects. So click the shutter bar open close button to open the navigation pane. And also right now it's a little bit cramped um, for me. So you notice as I hover between this vertical line here, I can just click it and drag it so it expands more. So you don't need to expand it all the way to the right, but expand it so that you can see the longest report, which is emergency contact information. So um, now go ahead and click the navigation pane arrow to open the navigation menu. So it's really a down arrow next to the word faculty navigation. Oh, the other quick way I guess you could have done it is just click the greater than sign. That would have expanded that. Okay. Anyways, or you could just click and drag it. Yeah, there we go. That way the faculty navigation title um, is fully revealed. So I'm going to click this down arrow here for part B. And then they want us to select the object type by categories. And you'll see how this kind of like reorganize the navigation. So let's go ahead and click that. And you notice it reorganizes it by tables, queries, forms, and reports, which is, I think, is a better way to organize the navigation pane. Now they just want us to kind of explore what's already in this database. So let's open up the faculty details form to get a sense of the design of it. So double click on that. And it's nicely designed. You even have a spot for a picture. And then you have a big spot for notes. I don't know why it has to be that big. So go ahead and close that. Now they want us to take a look at the faculty list form. So let's go ahead and double click that. And that is this list is like a spreadsheet. And then they want to kind of explore some of the features that are in here. So one interesting feature is that there is a drop-down list within this form. So it's this blank drop-down field here. And if you click the drop-down, you can see there's different options. And then they just want you to select all faculty. And then that creates a report of all the faculty that is in the school. It's currently empty. Don't worry about that. They just want to they just want us to explore the features as built in. So let's go ahead and just close everything so that step four is basically just exploration of the database start file. Step five is when we actually start modifying. So let's go ahead and open the faculty table in design view. So right now we just have faculty. So right click on it and select design view for the pop-up context menu. For part B, they want us to start deleting fields that are not used. So since this is a school, there's no need for company. So we're going to delete the company field. So um, you notice, let me go ahead and zoom in to kind of show you where I clicked. To select the entire row, you don't click and drag in the fields like this, in fact, it doesn't really let you select the entire row. What you do is hover on these square dark gray boxes or light gray, and then click. So you notice when you hover over the light gray boxes, the arrows turns black. It goes from a cursor to a black arrow. That allows you to select the entire row. So I'm going to zoom back out. From there, you can click delete row, or you can just right click and select delete rows. It's the same function. Um, it's just checking if you're sure. Yes, we're sure. So that's not the only field that we want to delete. We want to go ahead and delete ID number. So let's look for ID number. Let's delete that. The next one, oh, you notice because there's faculty ID. So it's a repetition there. People don't use fax anymore, so let's delete that. Country region, I'm assuming, right? They're all on-site faculty, so they're in the United States. So we don't need to worry about if they're in Europe or other countries. And then we need to delete web pages. Teachers don't really have web pages anymore, so let's go ahead and delete that. Now they want us to change the field name of the education level degree/degree to the highest degree. So I'm just going to copy this. Once again, when you copy and select and copy text, let me go ahead and zoom in. Make sure you don't select anything outside of what is red. So don't select the period or like this. Don't select the space in front of it. That creates errors in itself. Either that, you can always type it in, but I like copy and pasting. Yeah, there we go. Now they want to select the department field. So here you can just select the field by not selecting the entire row. Just click on that. And then they want us to click on the lookup tab in the field properties. So it's down in the bottom window, and it's this lookup tab here. And then we want to go to edit row source, and then add art, history, music. Once again, I'm going to zoom in because I'm going to copy this. However, don't copy the space that is in front. Like this is a bad copy right here, where you're selecting the space in the front and space at the end. A good copy is this, where you're only selecting the semicolon and then the quote at the end. You can right click copy or control C. Let me go ahead and zoom out. And then let me go ahead and zoom in to the database side. So in the row source, we're just going to, I guess we can paste it here. Yeah, that's convenient. Sometimes they don't have when you right click, it doesn't have the paste feature. You can just do control V. It does the same thing. I'm going to zoom back out. So now we can just save and close the table. So you can either just close it and then it says, do you want to save it? Yes. Or you can save it first and close it. That's the other way. Moving on to step 6, they want us to edit the faculty extended query. So we want to open that in the design view. So click it, then right click, and then select design view from the pop-up context menu. You don't really need to expand this. What we want to work on is this bottom window here. Click on File As. Oh yeah, right. It's already pre-selected, but it's already selected by default. Let's make sure that's selected. And then right click on it, and there's a context menu where you select zoom. That allows us to look for a specific query to remove. So you notice we deleted the company um, row from the faculty table. So now we need to delete it from the query because it won't work because it's going to look for company. It says there's no company. But make sure of the note here says you must delete the comma that appears after company for the query to work correctly. So let me go ahead and zoom in to kind of show you what that means. So you notice right now my cursor is blinking after the comma, so that's where you should put your cursor as well. But don't delete that comma that is in front of company. the bracket that was in front of the company. So that is as far as you go. Right? So let me go ahead and zoom out. Okay. For part E, we need to edit the contact name, take out the company from there. So right click on contact name, go to zoom, look for the word company, delete that. So don't hold the back key, tap it. Okay. So that's done. Now we can save and run the query. So save. And to run the query, you notice there's this red exclamation mark here. So click that. And the fact that it runs, um, it's good. And don't worry about no records. We're going to add some sample records later. Okay. Let's go ahead and close it. For step 7, they want us to explore the faculty details form and add records into the database. So to open it, just double click it. All right. So um, let's go ahead and start entering a name. So we'll be entering Bruce. And then right now you notice, we have web page, fax number, country, region, and it generates this error. Remember, we deleted that from the faculty table. So we'll clean that up later. Let's go ahead and go to his last name and type in Elkins. And then save and close. Actually, save and new button. Click save and new button. Okay. So that allows us to enter a second person. The person's name is Charlotte. And you notice the same error appeared for web page, fax number, country, region. We're not going to fix it now, so don't worry about that. And then click save and new. And now we can just close the form. Moving on to step 8, we want to add a second table into the database. So we go to the Create tab, Tables Group. So let's go to Create Tables Group and click on the Table Design button. And then we need to add the fields that's shown in Table 5-9. Make sure you look at all the columns. You notice there's a field size requirement for degree and for institution, so don't overlook that. For me, once again, I like to select and copy paste, so make sure you do it properly without copying spaces or other values. For data type, you can't really copy paste that. It's a selection. So click the down arrow and select auto number. For description, I'll definitely copy paste that. Much faster. Less room for error when it comes to typing. But this is number. Select must match a value. Degree. Short text. And then type of degree earned. And then here, we need to enter a field size of 50. So you do that by looking down at the bottom pane. Right now it's 255. I'm going to select the whole thing to type in 50. Right, let's move on to the degree year, the number, and then the year the degree was awarded. Copy institution, short text, and institution granting the degree. And the field size is 50. Okay. Oops. Yeah, 50. There we go. For part C, we need to designate the degree ID field as the primary key. So click on degree ID, then you can click on primary key and you notice there's a key symbol in the light gray box. Now we want to select the degree field, which is the third row. Click the lookup tab at the bottom and then select combo box. To do that, let me check off D and E. To do that, you need to click this down arrow on the far right and then select combo box from the drop down. You notice a lot more options are available now. For part G, select value list in the row source. So right now, once again, you need to go to the far right. Let's see. Row source type. Oh, my bad. I was looking at row source. It's row source type, which is above it. Right now it's table query. You still go to the far right, and then you select value list. In the row source, they want you to type this in. I'd rather copy and paste that in. There we go. Much faster. Part I, select the degree year field. So degree year, back to the general tab, and then type in the hash marks, 4 hash marks, meaning the user have to enter 4 numbers for the year, right? Instead of 2 digits like some people would do. So, oh, I can't check that off yet. So in the input mask, it's Shift 3, 4 times. Yep. Now we can save the table as degrees. So let me go ahead and right click, save, and then type in degrees there, and then click OK. You notice the degrees tables has been added. Let me go ahead and close it. Now they want us to create a relationship using the lookup wizard. So, oh, okay. I believe I should have kept it open. There we go. So yeah, keep it open. For part A, click the data type property box in the ID-FK field. Okay, so data type. And then click the drop down. So instead of a number, we want to go all the way down to lookup wizard. So I guess that number data type was just a placeholder. Select I want to look up field, which is the default value, so that's good. However, we do need to select faculty. Click next. Select the ID from the list of available fields, and then move it into the using this single field button to the selected fields. Okay. And then now we want to move the first name, then the last name. So looking at the screenshot, figure 5-98, what you've selected should look like that screenshot there. So that looks good. Next. We don't need to do any sorting, so just hit next. Here we just need to deselect the hide key. We want to see that. Then we can click next. Part I is really just checking because by default it's ID selected, so we're good. We need to check enable data integrity and cascade delete. So enable and then cascade delete. And click finish and then click yes if there's a pop-up. Yep, yes. So we need to select the ID FK field now and click the lookup tab. Click the column width property box. And then the only thing they want us to shorten is the ID column because it's really just 1 digit at this time. So let me go and zoom in to show you what that looks like. Right now it's just 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. The first 1 inch, we need to change it so it's 0.5 or half an inch. Let me go and zoom that out. I'll take care of N and O. For part B, they want us to go and save it. Once again, there will be a pop-up. Just click yes, and then we can just close it by clicking the X on the tab there. All right, now we can edit the relationship. Click the relationship button, which is in the database tools and relationships. Yeah. Here, I would like to just expand it just to see how big this thing is. That's a pretty big table here for faculty. Select the relationship line. So just click it. You notice it got darker. And then to edit the relationships is this far left button on the ribbon. Really what we're doing is just selecting this cascade update related fields and then click OK. Click Save. Right click on the tab, select Save, then we can close it. Okay, now we're in step 11. we're going to add records into the degrees table. So open the degrees table in datasheet view. So to do that, just double click on it. All right. Click on the IDFK field. Click on it. And then it's a drop down. Okay. And we want to select Bruce Elkins. And you notice it's his ID, which is 1. Select the PhD for the degree. And then type in 2012 for the year. Looks like I need to select the whole thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's the part E. He went to University of Arizona, so I just copy paste that. I'm gonna double click um, on the column headings to expand it. You don't have to do it. I just like to see the entire value there. Now we want to go to the second row and then select number 2 for Charlotte Liu. Okay, and then she has a PhD as well. And then 2015. I don't know why it ends there, so you might need to just click at the front of it like that, and then type in 2015. Yeah. She went to Rutgers, which is a university on the East Coast. Now we can save and close the table. Or you can just close it and then click yes to save it. Let's test the cascade delete property. So let's open the faculty table in datasheet view. Double click on faculty and then you see it there. Click, you notice there's plus sign now. So click that plus sign and you notice his degree level and the year and the institution is shown. So let's go ahead and collapse that by clicking on the minus sign. And then for part D, we want to select the entire row. Once again, just hover over the light gray square here, which would select the entire row. But we want to make sure it's Bruce. And then we can delete it by clicking delete button here, which I'll go ahead and do that. And just say yes, which is part F. Close the table. Open the degrees table. And you notice Bruce's degree is gone. So that's what cascade delete do. It removes related entries from different tables. So that's pretty neat. Okay, let's go ahead and close the table. It's already saved. At this point, let's go ahead and upload and submit for grading. Click back to top, upload my file. Just a tip, if you know, like I mentioned before, if you're having problems submitting your projects from a cloud drive like iCloud or Google Drive, you might just want to wait until it's fully synced and it has a green arrow. Let me zoom in to kind of show you what that looks like. You see that green arrow check mark? It means it's been synced. You might want to wait until that's synced before you upload. That might address the low score issue. So, because I don't have that experience and I've been saving it to my Google Drive. So now it's grading the project. So I guess this is where you do the drum roll. It's a long drum roll. Okay, I got 100%. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you get 100% on this project as well.